Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday sit-down time. High school sports might be all wrapped up, but summer workouts have arrived for the high school football season, and it's a perfect time to bring on the new head coach of the Jefferson City Jays football program, Eric Thomas. Eric, thank you for making some time to be with us today.
Appreciate you guys having me in.
Absolutely. Being a Jefferson City alum, I got to ask, when week one arrives and you're going to be walking out with your guys to Atkins Stadium, a packed house for the very first time, what do you think that feeling's going to be like? It's got to be an exciting
I got goosebumps right now thinking about it. I've already told a couple of my coaches, like, you guys are going to have to keep an eye on me. You're going to have to keep me calmed down. You're going to have to keep me focused on what we're actually doing there, because even just, Tuesday night we had our first practice in the stadium, and even addressing the kids in front of that stadium and on that field for the first time was, I wouldn't say emotional, but it was like, man, I'm really doing this. Like, we're really here. And after being in Lee Summit for 14 years and every practice seeing black and gold, and to be out there with red back on and things like that, it's a little surreal. It's exciting. But man, that first night in Atkins Stadium, we open up. I'm going to have to keep the nerves kind of choked down and focus on what we're doing in the game.
You know, what was kind of that process like of getting to return to the team, and what was that feeling like when you heard that, you are going to be the head coach of the team that you grew up playing for?
Well, it's been interesting. I've done this for a while now. This is like year 27, 28, and in the back of my mind there was always that chance of being able to come back home and be a part of this storied program where I was fortunate to be a part of a stretch for 10 to 12 years there that was pretty dominant in the state of Missouri as a player, and it's been exciting, to finally make it kind of happen at the end of the career here. The timing all worked out. My son graduated from Lee Summit High School last year. My daughter's off on a career of her own and married and still living up in Kansas City. So it just kind of felt like the timing was right. My wife was able to retire and get that done. And here we are and back home. Her parents are still here. My mom's still here, and a chance to be back around family and be home. And it's just an exciting time.
You mentioned it a little bit already, but for those at home that are a little unfamiliar with your coaching background, can you kind of just talk a little bit about the previous coaching stops that you made and
sure.
kind of some of the things that you maybe learned along the way?
So right out of college, I started at Warrensburg Middle School teaching, and then coaching at the high school there for 5 years. Crazy story, about 3 years in, our head coach left, and I was basically told I was gonna have the head job there at Warrensburg High School, and it didn't work out that way. They brought in a coach named Shane Taylor, who is still a best friend of mine to today, and it was a great experience for me to work with someone else as a young coach, and spent 2 years with him, and then got my first head job up in Cameron, Missouri in 2003. Spent 5 years up there. 2 of those years we were fortunate enough to be in the state title game, and Blair Oaks down the road got us by a point in 2004, but then we won it in 2005, and so stayed there for a couple more years, and then actually came right across the street here for a couple years at Columbia Hickman High School to be an offense coordinator under Jason Wright. Left there, Lee Summit job opened. My wife actually started her teaching career in Lee Summit, so we were kind of familiar to the area. Our first place that we lived was in Lee Summit. So was fortunate to get hired there 14 years ago, and that's where it was, and kind of stayed there for a while, did a lot of things there. Was very fortunate to coach some high-level players there. Felix Anuduke, Drew Locke. You guys definitely around here know who Drew Locke is. So was able to coach those guys and put 14 years of a career together there at Lee Summit High School.
You kind of led me into my next question. You have got to really work with some high-level guys like Drew Locke that, a lot of us around here are definitely familiar with, and his line of work, especially at Mizzou. What was it like getting to coach some of those high-level players like that? And kind of, you have any, stories that you remember of your time coaching with them?
Yeah, there's been so many guys come through Lee Summit, and even Cameron, Missouri, with Drew Newhart and Eric Anderson. There's a bunch of guys up there that were really special football players and really good athletes who went on to have great careers. And Drew and Felix were both different. Drew, you could kind of see it from the beginning, could kind of see what he was going to be, so the pressure was always there on him and really on us as a coaching staff to get him to where he needed to be and get that production going, and hopefully get him to the University of Missouri. And there were some steps along the way to that process, but it all worked out really well for him. And then Felix was a totally different story. I mean, Felix was a B-team 8th grade football player, a B-team freshman player, and really just kind of came into his own as he grew through high school. And I think the story takes care of itself the rest of the way, and really trying to find guys out of college to to take a chance on Felix, and K-State did. I know that's not probably a sore subject around here, but K-State took a chance on him, and here 3 years later, he's the #1 draft pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. So those guys are special to me, but man, everybody that I've coached is special to me. I've had the pleasure of having several guys come back and coach with me, both in Lee Summit, and now one has come here with me that's a former player. So those relationships are special. Those bonds are important, and just fortunate to coach all those kids.
When you were a player, you guys obviously had a lot of success. I'm curious, is there some old traditions from the time that you were a player that you're hoping to apply into the program when you take it over this upcoming season?
You know, I think the biggest thing that I think can feed into any program is two words, and it's outwork, because that's what we were taught when we were at Jeff City High School, was you're going to outwork your opponent. We didn't necessarily have the biggest guys when we were on that run, when we were going through those. We did have some elite players come through there, but for the most of us, we were pretty common guys, and we just learned how to outwork people. And I think that's something that I've taken every step of the way through my career. And then the next one is overachieve, and that's something we've always talked about within our programs. Is, you know, take an average football player, make them good. Take a good football player, make them great. And that's how you build a team and how you build a program. So those two words, outwork and overachieve, have really resonated with me throughout. And then when you really talk about, you know, what we were about at Jeff City High School, was just taking pride in what we do all the time. And that's again one of our core values, one of our core words that we take all the time. And I'm not trying to rebuild those traditions that we had back then. It's a different time. It's a different age. Those things are in the past. And I've said all along, we want to honor those traditions, we want to honor the past, but we also want to build our own. And I'm excited to take some of those and to get our alumni back involved and build a program that everyone's a part of. I want our alumni to feel like it's still their program, and that they can walk back in the door at any point in time and they can be a part of it.
Based on the early conversations that you've had with your guys, and also getting to see the first glimpses of your group in summer workouts, what are, you know, some of the things that excite you about this group that you're going to have this upcoming season?
Man, I've been really proud of our guys here to start. You know, I've been coming down since January or February, so it's been a progression of seeing them grow and starting to see the leadership of this year's team. They had a tremendous football team last year, semifinal run, and a lot of it was very senior led. So now you've got a bunch of guys who were being led the entire season, now trying to step into those leadership roles, and watching them develop and learn that, and the growth that we've seen already has been really good. We were able to do a lot of install offensively through some of the spring practices and spring workouts, and now seeing that grow into the summer has been really good. But most importantly, I think our kids, they've accepted me, which they didn't have to do. Jeff City's had a lot of turnover in the last several years, and they've accepted another new program and a new approach. I'm not saying right or wrong, but it's new. It's different, and everything's different. How we practice is different. How we do things is different. The expectations in the locker room is a little different. So they've accepted those things and are building into those things. And there's still more that they're going to have to accept, more that they're going to have to get on board with, and they're excited to do that.
Just getting to talk to you, I mean, I'm really excited for the high school football season to be back again, and it sounds like, you know, the program that you're building is going to be a lot of fun. So really looking forward to covering you guys this season, and wish you guys a lot of success, and thank you for making some time to stop by today.
We appreciate it. Appreciate you having us up, and we're excited to get going also. High school football is a great thing. I like to say it's still the pure brand of football. You know, college we feel like it's kind of getting polluted. Definitely in the NFL, people are playing for different reasons. But in the high school game, we're still playing because we love the game, and that's what we want to be.
Absolutely. Thanks again. For the rest of you guys, we'll be right back after the break.